Hi, I'm Relic Rouge, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the Masterclass, Smashbox Masterclass number 3 palette. This video or review is tailored more towards people who already purchased Masterclass 1 or 2 or both, if you're anything like me. When they came out with the palette number 2, I felt like there was a lot of repeats from palette 1, and I wasn't feeling like I was getting my money's worth. It comes in a box. And it's already a lot smaller, you can tell from the box, than the number 1. It's a lot shorter. And here they are by comparison. I would say maybe like an inch or so. When you open up the box, this is what you'll see inside. And there's a rubber band holding the case together. It already feels a lot heavier than the other palettes. The one thing I did like about the first 2 palettes is they're so lightweight, so you really can carry them anywhere you want, and I often use them for traveling. Okay, so it's kind of a hard box. I want to say maybe like thick cardboard? I don't know. Inside there is a few look cards. You can take them out, I don't know, play with them, throw them away. I don't use these look cards. I like to come up with my own looks because I'm so fucking talented. It reminds me kind of a CD box. And you can actually pull these out and put them back in and rearrange them as you please. Initially, the first thing you're going to see is that the plastic flaps that were in the palette 1 and 2 are gone. They're now replaced with this plastic container, which I think is nicer. Also, the names are no longer written on the lids, on the plastic flaps. They're written right on the palette itself. 2 things right away. This has a lot of color. The past 2 palettes were a mixture of satins and mattes and metallics, but they tended to go more towards the neutral side, whereas here they left the neutrals that you see in the other 2 palettes, and then they added all these. Something that's new from this palette is the contours. So there is a bronzer, a contour, and a highlight. I think for me the highlight's okay just because I have yellow undertones. For somebody who has red undertones, it might not blend well, but you don't have to use this as a highlight. The blushes are also different. Here you're getting 3 as opposed to the 2 big ones. They got rid of the cream shadows, which you could also use as liners or cream liners, and I actually quite appreciate that. I feel like the blushes that they put on this palette are also kind of versatile when it comes to skin tone. Maybe the carnation won't show on darker medium to dark skin tones. Okay, so one thing I didn't like about the past 2 palettes is that I felt like they were using a lot of neutral colors repeatedly. They could make do without having so many light colors, and I feel like that's what they kind of did. You only have about 3 or 4 light colors. You'll have oyster, snow, vanilla, and naked, and that's it. For this part, you'll see a lot of repeats, but these are all pretty much new. I'm going to swatch a few. Oh my god, these are more like pastel colors. Whoa! And let's see. I think they're more metallic and silk finishes. I think these are more metallic, and they're pretty pigmented, but they still feel like they're more pastel than anything. So I'm just gonna go right ahead and put them here. Oh yeah, these are a lot brighter. Already I can tell. Possibly these are just more pigmented. But I do like the progression of color. The green gets darker brighter towards the middle, and it's just the same all the way through, so you are getting a variety. And also, I feel like almost all of these are either satin or metallic. Now I'm going to do the last row. And I'm going to go ahead and put that. I'm running out of space here. Huh. Okay. The pink's a little chalky. The black, I am never a fan. I've never been a fan of black glittery eyeshadows. I always felt like if you want a black eyeshadow, get something like Blackout that's just matte, and then if you want to add some type of glitter to it, just get something that's already silver and then compactly glittery, and then maybe just add something onto that. But I don't know, I feel like eyeshadows that have glitter adjusted to them are harder to kind of adhere, and I feel like they're a little bit chunkier, although this one seems pretty smooth, but it doesn't show, it's not as dark as I would prefer it to be. Let's see if we can do that one again. Maybe, let's see. Yeah, not a fan. Not a fan of glittery matte mixtures of eyeshadows, but that's just me. If you don't own a palette yet, one of the master classes that are exclusive to Sephora, then absolutely this is worth the money. For people who have already purchased other palettes, it is a bit more expensive. This one is $65, and I think the other ones were $59. The difference is about $6, and I think, ooh, I got makeup all over my kit. I think the money difference is really going towards the packaging. They really did a good job with this palette when it came to package. For $65, you are going to get a lot more than just the colors. You're going to get the contours, the highlight, the bronzer. You're going to get the blushes, and then all the neutral eyeshadows. Something else that might be nice to see is perhaps like a holder or something in here to hold brushes, or it would be nice if it even came with one or two, maybe like an angled brush, and then I don't know, like a shadow or a blending brush on the sides, so that it is more of a complete kit or more of a complete palette, and it's easier to just carry this one thing around than carry a few others. All in all, I think it's a good product. Smashbox has really good quality in almost all things. I've yet been disappointed. And yeah, that's it.